Hey guys, this is Abraham Rosner, the owner of the Florida Hotel, and if you're seeing this video, it's because you've already sent proof of funds or I've qualified you as being a potential buyer for the property. So we have multiple options available. I'm a flexible seller and I want to make it work for the right buyer so that they're successful. As you can see, I'm already offering 90% owner financing, and that should show you the confidence that I have in this hotel paying off the 90% balance back to the owner plus interest for the duration of the length of the loan that they need. So some commonly asked questions that I receive about this property on a daily basis, whether via email, phone call, or text, is what's the current condition of the property? So I can tell you I left this hotel in 110% perfect turnkey condition when I retired from the property in 2017. Since then, I'm sure due to some storms, etc., there's probably a need for some repairs. I've had landscaping that probably is a few feet high right now, and the reason for that is I'm not hiring a landscaper for a property that's not producing income, and when I'm not there to verify that I actually have done the job. And that's the same reason why I shut off the electricity on the building 2 years ago. I personally have invested over $1 million into this hotel from 2012 until 2015. I'm the owner since 2012. There's no liabilities attached to this property. I own everything outright, fixtures, furniture, and equipment, everything on that property except one vending machine. The reason I'm selling the property is that I have decided to get engaged. I moved to Europe and I cannot operate the hotel remotely. If I could operate this hotel remotely, I would be making revenue and income from it on a daily basis. You don't have competition for miles north, south, east, and west. There's no restaurants. There's no other hotels currently. This hotel sits in a prime development spot. The city has approved development a few years ago, and they have already started of building over 11 million square feet of commercial space in the city of Yulee, and over 24,000 homes are being built. This hotel happens to be sitting in the middle of the development. The story goes they tried to buy this property 20 years ago from the previous owner, and she wanted something like $20 million, and they said, forget it, we'll just build everywhere around you. And that's the reason you see all the land around the property ripe for development. I can tell you they've already started. The city occupancy level has increased across other hotels, across all the hotels. The average daily rate in the city has gone up. I have included a STAR report, which is a financial document of a nearby hotel from 2017 that will give you an indication of how hotels were doing at that time. Since then, the situation in the city has gotten even better. This property is the first exit in the state of Florida. It's the first commercial property off the exit in the state of Florida. And your occupancy numbers, as you can see on the pro forma financial statement that I put on the website, you only need a very low occupancy figure to be turning a profit on this property. However, if you put a franchise on this property that's well known, if you got the right management company, if you've got hotel experience, if you do some minor cosmetic renovations to the property, I can imagine your revenue will be substantially greater than the financials that you've seen on the website, FloridaMotelForSale.com. If you've got any questions, if you want to see the property, I have set up a very simple process to both save time and effort for everyone. In the past, I've shown the property to people who are unsuitable, who are no-shows, who do not have the bare minimum needed for proof of funds. For that reason, I've decided to implement some measures to make it a smoother process for the new buyer. First and foremost, I do need to see proof of funds before you are allowed permission to access any part of the property, even the exterior. If you're going to be on the land that I own, I need to see proof of funds of who's going to be there. You're welcome to do a drive-by. You're welcome to view the exterior, to look at it online or in person, all you want. But if you want to be on the property, I do need to see proof of funds. The next step is I will call you to schedule a time when you can come see the property. I do request, because I do own this 100-room hotel, restaurant, and bar. You're buying 3 businesses in one. And because I've priced it so low, I am going to request $5,000 refundable security deposit to ensure that you show up at the property for a meeting with the contractors that I send there. The reason for that is there's a substantial expense on my end to hire a contract to provide access to this hotel that I have secured and gated so well just a couple of years ago. I'm not asking for you to pay for it, but I need to know that you will show up. This refundable deposit will be given right back to you after you've called me and seen the property. If you want it applied to the purchase price, great. If you just want to return to your the account where it came from, I can do that as well. I can tell you I do get non-stop phone calls and emails about this property. I expect to find a buyer very soon for it. Hopefully that person is you. Hopefully you're suitable. Hopefully you have a minimum of $300,000 in proof of funds. If you're interested in all three businesses, if you only want to buy the bar with the liquor license and operate the bar and restaurant, that's one option. That's available for $100,000 annually. The kitchen has all the kitchen equipment, commercial kitchen equipment in it that you need. I've renovated the dining area. I did not furnish it, and I did not apply for the restaurant license. I don't have a lot of food experience, as you can see, but it's a business nevertheless that has no competition for 7 miles north, south, east, and west. And I imagine food at any exit in the I-95 for travelers will be most wanted and will be a profitable revenue source at this location. The bar has the 6 COP liquor license. Technically, you could open up a liquor store on the property as well because you're allowed to sell both on-premise and off-premise consumption. It's really simple property. I've installed over $1 million, as I said, into the building. As far as utilities go, you're already going to save over $100,000 annually every year on your water and your sewage expenses. The reason for that is I built a water plant on the property. So you're paying for your own water to be pumped out of the ground. And I have a wastewater treatment plant. Both these utility plants are commercial grade, larger than these properties even need if you decide to expand in the future. If you're looking for this property for the purpose of immigration purposes, I suggest you speak to your immigration lawyer where you are. If you're coming from countries like India and other countries that do not have E2 USA treaty agreements with the United States, there are options available. You will need a better immigration attorney, and the cost may be higher. If you got any further questions, feel free to contact me. My name is Abraham Rosner. I'm the owner. As far as real estate taxes goes, a commonly asked question is, how much are they? Well, I can tell you they're below $5,000 a year. I have already paid for 2019's taxes. I'm not going to ask it from you. Most owners and sellers would. I'm looking for the right person to take over this property. I know if I just sit on it right now, in just a few years' time, I'm going to sell it for 3 times the asking price when the development comes closer to the hotel. But I don't want to waste the $1 million that I have already put into this property just a few years ago. So reach out to me. You can text me. You can email me. You've got my forms of communication. I'm constantly updating the website, floridamotelforsale.com. So you got a lot of great information on there. As far as average daily rates, I was charging $60 to $75 a night. No hesitancy from the potential guests that were staying there. I imagine you can do much better. There were months at the property I had 100% occupancy from construction workers that were living there. I've got photos, that can show you how the property looks when it's completely full, And there are slower months as well, like in the summer season. For that, it's great when you got the bar, the hotel, and the restaurant together, because when one aspect of the business is a little slow, the others will more than make up for it. Please look over all the financial documentation. Look over every part of the website, floridamotelforsale.com. I will continuously add information to that website until the property is sold. And good luck. I wish you the most success. Please reach out to me if you got any further questions, or if you want to make an offer, you don't even need a showing. All you need is proof of funds to get a response to your offer. Have a great one, guys.